There we go. Okay, thank you everyone. So, we can begin. My presentation is about Neversearch. It's a very small program, like 100 lines of Python code that I wrote some time ago. The basic idea is that you have some files and you want to tag them. And I always had like a folder, and it was like, okay, so the year 2013, I have some papers here, and when I try to find them again, I get lost. And maybe I have a folder papers, and there is a year, and there's just no structure for me, and especially if you add more categories, it gets very messy. You don't want lots of nested folders. So what you really just want is you want to add tags to files. And I searched around the internet, and I couldn't really find this. So I hacked up a way to do this in Linux. And I'm using the extended file attributes for this. This is something that's supported by most of the file systems that you're using, which is X3, X4, BetterFS, XFS, NFS4. And typically, X attributes are just something associated with the file in the file system, and they can either be 4 kilobytes or infinitely large, but we'll just assume they're small. So the idea is that you have these 4,000 bytes, and you can just store tags in there, comma separated. So the command line you need to do this on the tool is called attr, but it's very basic, and it's not very fun to use. And you can use them using system calls. So enter Neversearch. It's a very small program, and these are the command line arguments. What you can do is you can add files. You can remove files, so you can add tags with the -a option, you can delete tags with the -d option, you can clear all the tags with the -c option, you can do it recursively on a folder with the -r option, -l will list tags, -L will list files only with tags, and you can filter using the same program to search for certain tags, and you can do it recursively. H will give you a human readable output, and I is case insensitive. Okay. So these are just some examples. You can recursively tag everything in the folder photos with a year, 2013. You can add a tag test to some random file with random extensions. And you can list tags. For example, if I do this now on this file, then I have a file with both the tags 2013 and test. And I can tag everything in my home recursively, but I won't show the output because it's way too large. Okay, so you can also delete tags. You can delete a specific tag, and you can clear them. I already said that. And making it a bit more complicated, you can find and filter tags. For example, you can recursively search for the tag Python in a human readable form in the folder temp, and it will just show you some files. As TDM works, you can just pipe all the output from a certain program to a tag, and it will just do the same thing. So, for example, find all the files in temp, pipe all the names to the tag program, and list everything that has a Python tag in it. By the way, the -f also accepts regular expressions. So you can do more complicated searches, and you can chain the program. For example, you can search for the Python tag recursively, and then also for the tag 2012, and then list all the files that contain a tag, which is in this case all the files. Finally, maybe you want some kind of database here, so you can actually use without traversing your file system all the time. So right now, the main idea is just to do a recursive listing of all the files that actually have a tag, write it to a file, and then just grab the file. So search for a string in a file that contains all your files and their tags after it. Eventually, you can patch the mlocate program, which automatically, like nightly, indexes all your files, and then use that. But I haven't done that yet. Finally, some integration stuff. For example, you can integrate it with your image viewer if you use, in this case. And this very complicated nasty command that took me like an hour to write because it was very unclear, basically allows you to view a certain amount of pictures, and when you press a button, a menu will pop up, and you can type a tag for the photo, and it will attach the tag to the photo. And if you have lots of videos tagged in your home directory, like I do, I just put everything in my home directory, then I can play all the videos with a certain tag, or all the sound. Basically, with just executing mplayer with then the output of the tag command filtering whatever argument I pass. Okay, that's it. Thank you. And it's open source, so you can get it from GitHub and use it and whatever. Thank you.